Greetings! I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. And welcome back for my season finale, where we're going to actually do the one thing that has been requested by most people. We're going to cut down the tower. Yep, it's going to happen. At least I hope it's going to happen. I mean, I'm a little nervous about, like, am I just going to crash my game? I don't know. But don't worry, I already have a copy of this world, and it's nice and clean, and, well, it's about as messy as it gets, because I've made a mess of it. I mean, look at this. There's just stuff everywhere, and over here behind this, behind this random stack of solar panels is, like, one of my experiments just laying here, and there's a hole over here from something that crashed on through, and all that kind of stuff. But it's all here as it was before we started doing anything horrible to the tower. So you will find it in the description of this video, a link to this copy of the world. I'm trying to decide the best way to do this. I think what I want to do is just place a warhead right here and see what happens. Does that seem reasonable? I think it does. I think it seems wonderful. Let's see. Countdown timer. Yeah, 10 seconds should do. I don't think this is going to do anything. It shouldn't do anything. Whoop. Well, I think I'm going to have to speed things up a bit because that took a long time, and I don't think it's even done. Yeah, there you go. It's still deconstructing there. And you can see all those pieces are still hanging out and just floating there. By the way, I am cutting out anything in the video where nothing happens. So a lot of the stuff you're seeing is taking a lot longer than it appears to be taking. But I don't want you to have to sit and stare at nothing happening and me not talking and that sort of stuff. So don't be surprised if I say something like, wow, that took a really long time, but it only took a split second on the video. Yeah, I can't even move my character right now. Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna, go grab a snack, and I'll come back later and see what's going on. Just gonna, yeah. All right. See you guys in a little bit. So, nothing has happened. My game is still frozen. Well, that was neat. Maybe I didn't leave it long enough. Okay, well, let's go ahead and restart this. Okay, we're back. I actually had to kill the program, and yeah. Let's try this again, but this time I'm going to have the sim speed up on the screen there, and then we can see if anything's actually happening, or if it's, or if it's completely frozen. And I think this time I might try to just cut it down. Like right here. Take this out. This. Actually, I'll take this out. And then this is where it's going to freeze. If it's going to freeze. Yeah. Sim speed Wow. The sim speed's so bad, it's not even redrawing the sim speed. It said 0.02 for just kind of a split second there. And then it just stopped even redrawing the sim speed. Oh, 0.02 again. I wonder if the tower is actually going to fall. It's slowly deciding to retract my grinder there. Yeah, updates per second 1, but I don't think it's actually 1. I think it's actually far less than 1. Does seem to be speeding up slightly. That's nice. Never mind. It's been quite a while since the last SimSpeed update. Well, this is very quickly becoming anticlimactic. I had to shut it down again. Well, let's try the next thing. Let's run the MBT into it. Alright. I'm thinking, let's hit it right at the top of the tower. Right there. What do you say? Here she comes. Oh, man. Oh, the asteroid base has come loose. How was I not actually in the ship? Did I get thrown out? Looks like I did. Funny. Not sure exactly how I survived that. Oh, wait, am I still in creative mode? Oh, yeah. I have creative mode tools turned on, so I can't die. That explains it. Well, I'm glad I did. Otherwise, we might not have seen all of that wreck. I'm curious if the MBT is holding this part of the tower in place or what. Not to mention that I swear I have seen the asteroid base move. Oh, it has definitely moved. Oh, yes, it has definitely moved. The whole thing has shifted out of place. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, this used to be a hallway. And yeah, the whole thing has shifted. This is hilarious. I think it turned the entire base into a ship, basically. As a matter of fact, we can see by going into info. Yeah, it has the option to convert it into a station. I think we should convert this to a station. It will not let me. The ship has to be stationary. Both angular and linear velocity have to be 0, and we can see it's still moving. So this is going to slowly push its way out of the asteroid, I think. And there's not really any way to stop it, and it's going to be using lots of sim speed the entire time. Yeah, that's definitely not the way it's supposed to look. Oh. Bad things happening there. So let's go see what's happening down here. So almost station seems to still be connected. That's probably why our sim speed is even remotely close to reasonable. So I wonder if I could actually hop in the trailer and use that cockpit there to move the MBT. All right. Can I even separate these two? Not easily. Oh, there we go. Not a problem. Yeah, there's fair amount of damage here. Actually, you know, it's not nearly as bad as I expected it to be, honestly. Kind of impressed. Okay. That's enough of that. Let's reload this and see what else we can do. By the way, I should also let you know, if you're wondering, that I've been doing everything I can to make sure that it gets the best performance it possibly can in order to do these calculations. Nothing else is running and all that kind of thing. But the thing is, Space Engineers really only uses one core for these calculations. And so it's all about how fast that one core can run. And it's basically got a whole core all to its own. So the fact that I'm recording isn't slowing things down. The fact that I've got, you know, other things running isn't slowing it down. I've actually even gone in and given it the highest priority, and it doesn't help at all. It's the limitation of how fast my one processor can run, on top of the fact that Space Engineers will only run one processor, one core, for physics calculations like that anyway. It'll use other cores for other things, but that one process can only be done on one core. And there's just nothing I can do to make it any faster. So I don't think we're going to be able to touch the bottom of the tower. I think that no matter what I do to the bottom of the tower, it's just, the whole thing is just going to freeze. You are more than welcome to try this. If you are able to make the tower fall at anything that will take less than a week to record, then by all means, I will absolutely happily show it and give you full credit. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think there's a computer on Earth that is capable of calculating this tower falling. I was hoping I could, but yeah, sadly, I just don't think it's going to happen. It would take a rewrite of Space Engineers to actually calculate this. Okay, I think we need to treat this as any other engineering issue we've had along the ways and do some testing. So I'm going to set up a warhead right there. Another one right here. And then I'm going to get myself a gun. Do I have any rifles or anything in my system at all? I do. It's been a while. Okay, so that should be able to trigger. Now, with warheads, you can no longer just set them off by default. Actually, let's see. We've got 2 warheads. You can't set them off by default unless you arm it. And then I could hit detonate. But unless you arm it, shooting it's not going to work. So we're going to go ahead and do this. And let's see what happens. That did a lot. But we're still actually getting updates, which is good. You know, one of the biggest issues in this whole thing is that I think whenever we sever the tower, it's turning the asteroid station, asteroid base into, yeah, it's doing it again as we slideshow. It turns asteroid base into, oh, good grief, into a ship instead of a station, which forces it to do some really interesting things. I wish I could get rid of my HUD. Oh, hey, finally worked. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. This is working. That's quite a lot more spectacular than I expected that to be. Cool. Well, goodbye, asteroid station. Asteroid base. Whatever that thing was called. I can't think right now. There's explosions going on. What do you say we catch up to this and watch it fall? Oh, it just hit the tower again. I have a feeling, though, that if it hits the tower below Almost Station, it's gonna be bad. Not sure. Is it just me, or is that not falling anymore? Are the MBT's engines actually able to keep it from falling? I think it is. It has actually stopped itself. As a piece of debris just kind of flies by, smoking. Oh no, what? Whoa. Well, welcome to Space Engineers. What is that? Let's see if we have any chance of catching up with this thing. This claying machine over here. No, it's outrunning me. Let me get into spectator view. Oh, something just collided over there. The MBT is now separate. What is going on? Holy cow, I don't know whether to follow the base or the MBT. Yeah, welcome to Space Engineers is right. What are you doing? Trying to see if there are any rotors or anything on that that's... I can't explain this. But thank you. Thank you for making my finale so apropos to the entire series. Wow. Just wow. It's like the game wanted me to have a great finale. I'm going to name this episode Welcome to Space Engineers. What does this even mean? It's starting to look like a triple rainbow. Oh, I think the fireworks might be somewhat over. No. Nope, they're still colliding. What's great is that they keep seeming to run into each other. Oh, and then the rest of the base just collided with the asteroid up there. I am so happy with this ending. Oh, this is great. What are you doing? I think I broke the game. What? Wow. I I should be commenting on this, but there's like nothing to say. There's bits just like spinning out of control and completely changing direction. Like, this is the thing that's impossible, is like Newton's laws have just been thrown out the window. So, where are you headed, huh? Well, see, now you're just going in a constant direction. That's just boring. You're just like wobbling and can't decide what to do. And none of this should have happened because all of these pieces were inside this asteroid. Look, the Cobalt Club is nothing but a DJ booth and some furniture. That's just, I don't know where the Cobalt Club is now, but it's probably off in space somewhere, dancing itself to death. This chunk of the tower spins, stops, and then spins back the other direction because, you know, that's what towers do. You know what? I'm not going to be able to beat this. I think this is the note we have to end on. I can't. I'm just very happy with the way this ended. Thank you, Space Engineers, for ending my series on such a delightful note. I really hope that you enjoyed this episode and that you enjoyed the series as a whole. There is one small thing left to do, and that is on Saturday, which, as of this release moment, will be in 2 days. There's going to be a live stream party celebration. I'm hoping to have as many people there as possible. We're finding that the number of people actually in the world, the number of people actually in the world at one time, unfortunately, is probably not going to be very many. However, we're going to be taking turns. I'm going to be giving personal tours. The stream is going to go for 4 hours. And come in, drop by. If you've got Space Engineers and you want to join, I'll have instructions. There's a system, hopefully, that'll allow you to get in at some point in time. I'm going to try and get as many people through as possible. And even if you can't join in the world, come by and watch. I really hope none of this kind of thing happens. We'll be chatting on Discord. Sounds like Zockley will be here. Hopefully Zockley will be here. He said he's gonna try, and I'm hoping some other, known YouTubers are gonna be here. I know some of the kind of the Epic Tech community is definitely gonna be there. Cosmic will be here. Commander Kitten will be here. We've invited Wasted Space and Aaron from Last Stand Gamers and kind of all the the well-knowns. Well, no, not all the well-knowns. There's other well-knowns out there, but specifically the ones that I've watched where I've either been inspired by their videos or I've just enjoyed their videos, you know, and they've been invited. Everybody at Keen has been invited. I'm not sure how many will be able to make it, but Pampered Duchess said she's going to try to make it by, but she's got something else going on, so it may be only for a few minutes. But for the most part, we're just going to be hanging out and chatting and having a blast, and I want you to be there too. So try to make it. If you can't, well, it's going to be a 4-hour recording. You can watch it if you like. I'll see if I can, you know, put out a highlights clip later, just so you don't have to watch all 4 hours. I don't know. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to do that. And definitely come back for future Space Engineer series. I'm going to be doing Escape from Mars. I will probably take just a couple week break, just to kind of get out some other things. I know people have been clamoring for another Kerbal Space Program episode. I want to do another Hellion episode. Just a couple of weeks, we won't have any Space Engineers at all, but keep an eye out. If you're on my channel just for Space Engineers, then don't worry, there will be more. I have not ended with Space Engineers. I love this game way too much to stop. It's just, even with the crazy physics and bizarre things that happen, no other game in history has ever had the flexibility of this game. And I'm not sure any game ever will, honestly. I'm consistently shocked that it runs as well as it does, honestly. It's just because of the kinds of crazy things you're capable of in this game. I think that's about all there is to say. Thank you for joining me for this series. It has been incredible. I have loved every moment of it. Oh, I can't say I loved every moment of it. There's been those moments where I'm frustrated, but 99% of the time I have absolutely loved this series and this game and this world. It's almost become home, and it's a little bit sad to see it go. But I also know it's going to live on. There's a link in the description down below to a copy of this world pre-destruction. And, you know, go ahead, load it up, play with stuff. Tell me what you do with it too. You know, if you are able to bring the tower down, if you're able to, somebody suggested, one of my patrons suggested, cut it down and take a week off from YouTube and set up a recording, like a screenshot program for like once a minute. Because that's how long it would take for that tower to actually fall. If you've got a spare computer and you want to do something like that, by all means do it. Let me know. I would happily tell everybody about that, or put it on my channel or whatever works for you. Because I'd love to see it, but there's no way that I can do it. Hit the thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, come by the Discord server and say hi. Check out my Patreon page, check out all my other series, and I'll see you next time on Epic Tech. I don't want to hit the stop record button, because that means it'll be over. Okay.